beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this reading is a little bit different. It's about any messages from your guides, things they want you to be aware of, or any advice that comes through. So let's see what comes up for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? Now, just to let you know, I'm going to get all of your cards before I do your reading, just so you're aware. Oh, we've got one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Okay. Interesting. I'm really grateful that my guides were like, no, one more. You need one more to cover that. And now I understand why. Because it says here, now these cards are all feminine characters, but male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. So I'm saying instead of she who avenges, I'm saying the one who avenges. Okay. And I'm like, whoa, Libra is not that energy. And it says the next card is the one who resists. So you're the sort of person that you are very fair, but you resist sort of taking revenge on anybody. Even though you may feel like that, you allow karma to deal with things. So I'm really grateful they gave that card there. But anyway, let's see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Interesting. You know, we've got this energy of duality about you, swinging between sun and moon. Both those need to exist before you get balance and harmony, which is perfect for your energy. We've also got the Hierophant there as well, about your dedication and your faith. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? We've got the King of Cups. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Wow, we got 2 Kings of Cups here. Now, this deck is a beautiful deck. It's the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, okay? And it's by Catherine Stein. And they're actually giving me a song right now as well to go with those cards. I'll tell you that in a moment. Basically, the deck sort of stipulates you can take out the cards that, you know, you feel don't vibe with you. So they give you 2 Kings of Cups, they give you 2 Emperors, that sort of thing. But my guides told me always keep both in because both tell a story. So it's interesting that you've got the King of Cups as both energies. Okay, now the song, this is why it is really relevant. The song that's coming up here for you is "The Look of Love is in Your Eyes." The look, I think it says that you just can't hide or something like that. So no, they're not giving me anything more. It's kind of going in a circle. So, I mean, I think it's called "The Look of Love." I can't tell you who sings that song. I'm really sorry. I'm sure, I mean, I know it's a very famous song. I know it instinctively, I've heard this before, but I can't tell you who sings that. So I'm just going to have to look it up after the reading. You're probably all screaming at the screen anyway, but it's interesting that it comes up because the 2 Kings of Cups, these are, you know, the ultimate love. So it's like, you know, they're trying to tell me how beautiful your heart is, how loving your heart is. But anyway, we're going to get to it when we get to it. But they're just telling me how wonderful you are, and I'm not blowing smoke up your you know what. Whenever anything comes out that you have to be aware of with regards to your negative traits, because we've all got them, you know, I will also mention that too. But they're just kind of like telling me, your guides are telling me, well, the way it works, your guides talk through my guides, okay, just so you're aware. And they're giving me that your heart is so pure and loving and kind, and you just want the world to be a better place, okay, with harmony. And, you know, you're the sort of person who fights for what is right. The first card you got here is the one who divines. So a lot of psychic energy going on here. You're someone who, you know, it says future choice judgment. So I do feel like, I mean, judgment energy is about those scales again, isn't it? Even though the judgment energy is Aries Scorpio energy and is ruled by Pluto, this is about you sort of judging what is right, and what is right for you and what is right for others in your world. I feel like you're someone who doesn't really judge other people. You judge yourself quite harshly, actually, and your guides are indicating have a little bit more compassion with yourself, okay? You're doing a great job. They're really proud of your loving heart. They just keep showing me this beautiful heart. Now, also, of course, I mean, this figure here has got tarot cards, so perhaps you're someone who actually divines yourself, or have always had a fascination with the occult or with tarot in some way. This is about you sort of choosing a future that is right for you. This is about you being very... Now, it's interesting because they're indicating that you know the right path instinctively. You know the right path. Your intuition tells you. But sometimes there's a little bit of indecisiveness here that you go through, which sometimes makes you question. And it can lead to a bit of analysis paralysis. So just be aware of that. I'm sure you're aware of that trait already. You're someone who's, you know, I mean, they're indicating here that there is going to be a wonderful, successful, bright future for you. I mean, you got the future card and you got the sun. And you got the King of Cups. So they're indicating that you are creating a beautiful world for you. You're letting your heart lead. And that is the thing that is going to bring you a lot of success, okay? Also, I mean, the look of love in that song that they're giving me, I mean, look at this person's eyes. They're so magnetic. There's something magnetic about your eyes. And I feel like your heart, you know, some people are really good at hiding their feelings. But you, I feel like your love sort of shines out on your face. A lot of people may say that you have, you know, a very beautiful face or features, or handsome face and features, and that there's something about your eyes that people want to get lost in. And I know that's come up already for a Scorpio reading, I think. It was a Scorpio reading, but I feel this is about you being really magnetic. That you have, I mean, I feel like you literally have that look of love, okay? People fall in love with you, not just romantically, I mean, I feel in terms of your persona, because you are so loving, you're so lovable. I think that's what they're trying to give me. And they've not given that for many, many signs, okay? So just so you're aware of that. Also, I feel you are aware that whilst things like divinational tools and, you know, trying to see your future, you are aware that you are in control of your destiny. They're really indicating that you take things with that pinch of salt, with that balance, where you allow some elements to guide you. Well, ultimately, you take responsibility for your own life. So I do feel that's very, very positive. They're also showing me, they're highlighting the dice on here. So I feel like you weigh up risk quite heavily before you invest in things. You're not someone who is like really frivolous or, you know, sort of dives on in like a fool type thing. I feel like you're the sort of person that weighs up things before you commit to them, which is really quite a positive thing. They're also showing me faith here. Now, these readings that I do, they're not meant to be about religion, but they are showing me that you have faith. Now, whatever faith you celebrate or whatever source you celebrate, your guides are always with you, and they're proud of your faith. They want you to have a bit more faith in yourself, not just, yeah, I hope I, yeah, they want you to have, it's almost like they want you to champion yourself a little bit more, is what they're indicating here. Now, there's something here about you never forgetting. never forgetting. You're always the sort of person, this is what they're showing me here, you're the sort of person who never forgets birthdays, or you never forget people. Trying to get this energy that they're trying to give me. So for example, they're showing me that if you're at a party and there's like lots of people enjoying themselves, etc., and there's that one person that's on their own looking a little bit sheepish because they don't know anyone or they're crippled with shyness, you're the sort of person to go grab that person and have a chat with them or bring them into the mix because you don't like people to be left out. Okay, so you have this wonderful sort of energy about you where you care about so many people. You want everything to be in harmony and you want everyone to have like a good time. Now, not everybody gets into your energetic sphere, is what they're giving me. I feel like they want you to be a little bit more discerning about, especially when it comes to love, about the energy that you allow into your heart, okay? Because they're indicating that you find it difficult to let go of past situations. Now, I mean, most humans, we all find it very challenging to let go of things that we are meant to release in this lifetime. But they're indicating, because they're actually highlighting the Seven of Hearts there for me and the Death card. So they're indicating that you would rather work on things rather than let them go, even when you feel like perhaps you should let them go. You always want to find the solution. You always want to find a way to make it work, to make it fair. And whilst that is wonderful and it is an incredible trait, my beautiful Librans, they want you to be aware that sometimes you do this to detriment to yourself. So just be aware of that trait. Okay, as I said, you know, if it comes up, if a negative thing comes up, I will mention it to you, but I feel it's more my guides giving you sort of guidance to protect your wonderful heart, especially when it comes to love, because you're all in when it comes to love. Okay, now we've got the Sun card, so they're indicating here that there is going to be much joy, success, and harmony in your world, and they're indicating here as well that allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to flourish. Now, it's really interesting that this particular Sun card, they're showing me that you are, you know, half the head is missing there. So it's almost like sometimes you're in analysis paralysis kind of energy where you're weighing things up or have indecision there. They're indicating gravitate towards what makes you happy. If it feels good, then that's the right path to take. Okay, so if you're ever trying to make a decision in life, whatever makes your heart feel good, that is the route to take. Okay, I mean, I feel like you know that already. Now, they're also indicating that your love just makes everybody happy. You're the sort of person that lights up the room. You may not be aware of that, but your energy actually lights up the room. There's so much warmth and exuberance about you. You radiate, it's interesting, you radiate confidence even if you're not feeling confident. So you're very good at having like that, it's not a front or a mask that you have, my beautiful Librans. I feel like you work really hard to overcome any fears or any insecurities in order to put yourself out there. But they want you to be aware of how wonderful you are and that you should just peacock yourself, okay? Now, we've got the Sun here and we've got the Moon. So this is why they're indicating they want you to be very discerning about the company that you keep, because you tend to be a bright energy, someone who's really excited by life and really ready to explore everything that life has to offer. And sometimes when you exhibit that kind of warmth and love, and you know, you are a loving, caring person, sometimes you attract people who absorb your energy vampires, okay? Because, you know, the Sun shines all by itself, and this is your protagonist energy, okay? And the Moon, it cannot shine all by itself. It needs another element. It needs the Sun. So you may find that a lot of people come into your world who need your energy and exacerbate your energy, as it were. So the Sun will shine its light no matter what, and will always rejuvenate its energy. But the Moon tends to be needy. Okay, so they're indicating sometimes you may attract in love people who need your energy or need you for something, which, I mean, we all need each other for various things, but make sure you find that balance. That's something you strive for in life. Libra is the sign of balance, harmony, those scales. But I feel this is important in love. Just be aware of that, okay? Now, the King of Cups, they're indicating with this particular card that you're very protective of the ones that you love, okay? You're the sort of person, you wait for the right moment as well. You're not someone who just dives on all in. With the King of Cups, you're someone who's very peaceful, someone who's very fair. They're indicating that you're very generous with your time and you're very diplomatic. They're indicating that you're very non-judgmental, which is wonderful. That's a peacekeeper kind of energy. But they're also indicating that sometimes, because you don't like confrontation, is what they're giving me. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. You don't like confrontation. So sometimes you may wait out situations that there isn't confrontation. You may just... Now, that's not to say that you don't have a temper, my beautiful Librans. We all have that sort of temper that we can go to when it's necessary, but you prefer not to do that. You prefer to find an easier route. You're very respectful of a lot of people, well, of everybody, until they give you cause not to, is what they're giving me. You don't like division. You're someone who steers away from division. As I said, you're that person at the party that brings people in. You like collaboration. You like to see the commonalities in all of us as well, is what they're giving me. You like to see the oneness within everybody. Also, they're showing me that you have a great composure, even in the toughest of circumstances in life. You're the sort of person who uses your intuition and is, you weather the storm. You feel comfortable with the storm because you know that you will ride it out. So I feel sometimes you enjoy the challenge, but I feel like you're very protective. You're ready for the challenge. It's almost like you are always ready for the unexpected. Now, as you can see here, they're showing me this big launched ship there, and then we've got the smaller ship right there. So I feel like when it comes to love, you're all in. You're waiting for that great romance, that big, that great romantic, epic journey that will take you to the ends of the earth with your person. And if you haven't experienced it already, there is an epic love story coming on in for you that will make all other journeys that you've had in love just pale in comparison. So don't give up on love is what they're indicating here. Freedom is very important for you also. Please, please, please use your intuition. They're giving me, please, please, please give, use your intuition. Give your intuition credit, because it tends to be right more times than it's not. That's what they're indicating. They're showing me your resilience. You're very resilient and very resourceful as well. And you are going to be very, very successful in your life. You're actually going to create a lifestyle of warmth, of happiness, of love. There's going to be peace, serenity, good fortune surrounding you. And you did this. You are a pillar of strength. You will create these things. And they're just showing me as well that you're a very protective person of your nearest and dearest, which is a wonderful trait to have. Just make sure that, I feel the people in your life, I feel like they give back to you because you're so loving that they just, I know this sounds so too good to be true when I'm saying this, but it's like, even if people don't tell you that they appreciate your warmth and your love, they talk about it behind your back in a really positive way. They're like that you're just a wonderful person to know. You're you seek the beautiful things in life, or you seek beauty in life. You're the sort of person who creates luxury. It's like you may enjoy the finer things in life. You may have a quirky sense of luxury, but it is welcoming. Okay, that's what they're giving me here as well. Also, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They're also indicating that whenever people are looking for love and they think of a sign that they really, really want to connect to on that deep level, Libra seems to come up because of the element of beauty and romance. So they're indicating what a romantic person you are as well. You go to the ends of the earth for your person. Just make sure you get the same in return, okay? Reciprocity is key. Now, yeah, okay, this is interesting. So we've got the one who remains, and because it has the moon clarifying this as well. This indicates that sometimes out of insecurity or out of fear or uncertainty, sometimes you may remain in circumstances that are not healthy for you, or bring sadness. You may stay a little bit too long, for example, in a relationship that you may feel is going nowhere. They want you to be aware of your true worth. Okay, so important. It says the one who remains, powerful, devotion, true worth. So you are someone who will you know, find a solution, as I said, in relationships, whether they're romantic or friendship or, you know, even at work. You are the sort of person who would rather stay to the end and try and make things work. And that's very remarkable trait to have, especially in these times, because we live in fast life living. So people have got so much choice these days. You know, long-term relationships or friendships and things like that can sometimes be like hard to find, let's put it that way. But you're the sort of person who tries to see things through to the end, which is wonderful with your persistence. But if your intuition is telling you that something isn't right, they really want you to be aware of it and change it straight away, okay? Because it can be your kryptonite, is what they're indicating. Look at all these little shards. It's interesting that they said the word kryptonite, because that does actually look like a scene from the Superman movie, and I can't really remember whether that Superman movie came up in your reading, Libra, or some other sign's reading like a week ago or something. It was very interesting. So the fact that it's coming through again could be that it was for your reading. I'll have to look over the readings for the last couple of weeks. You are beyond powerful, okay? They're indicating as well how unique you are. This is like snow leopard right here. You are very self-sufficient. You're very loyal. You're very honest to a T. You have a lot of power, and you devote yourself a lot to other people. As I said, I keep being brought back to this energy of make sure you get what you truly deserve there. Now, as in terms of reciprocity, you are capable of being quite harsh and straightforward at times, which is a great trait to have as well, because it means you've got a healthy boundary. The Queen of Swords is a Libran energy, and they're showing me a Queen of Swords right now, even though you don't have a Queen of Swords in your reading, but they're showing me that, and that is a Libran card. So that's about self-sufficiency, it's about honesty, it's about healthy boundaries. They're indicating that when things are going well in your life, you tend to be very, very well organized, and you set your intentions and you align yourself with that. You're capable of great success. And you're really honest with yourself as well. But it's just sometimes your intuition, your hunches, sometimes you second guess yourself. So just be mindful of that. And I mean, the word true, the two words there, true worth, they're like illuminating it in gold to me right now. True worth, remember it, okay? Now, the moon card here for you does indicate transformational kind of energy and a time for metamorphosis. Being aware of your shadow side. You do a lot of thinking, you know, you do a lot of looking at both sides of life. I mean, I'm not surprised, Libra, because of the scales there of balance and harmony, that the moon and the sun came up there. So I feel like, you know, you are equally positive as much as you can be shifting your perspective towards the negative. But I feel like when you think about the negative things, it is to prepare yourself for the worst. You're the sort of person who likes to be prepared, okay? Now, the moon card energy is about your intuition, of course. And I feel there's an element here as well of mystery, okay? Mystery here. People find you magnetic. They find you mysterious. It's almost like they see you sometimes as a bit of a conundrum to unlock, okay? And I feel like whilst that can be romanticism, as it were, I feel like you're a little bit bored with that. You want people to see you as you truly are, and you know, and what you're capable of. Now, the moon also can represent fantasy as well. So just be a little bit mindful that when you meet people in love, because of your romanticism and your beautiful heart that you have, be mindful that you don't romanticize the relationship that you want with the person, and try and see the person for what they're showing you, okay? I know that sounds really harsh. Please don't shoot the messenger. We've all done it. We've all found a person that we totally love and we idolize them. We put them on a bit of a pedestal, okay? So remember those scales. When you put someone on a pedestal, it means they're higher than you. You're looking up at them. So you've taken away your power. You've taken away your feeling of reciprocity. So sometimes that's when low self-worth can creep in, because you've automatically put someone in an idolized position. So just be aware of that, okay? We're all human. We all have good traits and bad traits. So they're just indicating that as something that may be helpful in love, if that's something you're going through right now, or if that's something you've experienced in love relationships in the past. They're showing me that you have a real fight within you sometimes for settling down and independence, okay? You're capable of both. I always say that Libra and Gemini, they're signs of duality, because you see the light and the dark of life. You're someone who you're someone who's very fluid with a challenge, okay? So for example, if something comes into your world that is unseen, you're capable of being very fluid and adjusting to what is needed. So I feel like you are flexible, and that's something that really is very, very powerful trait to have, because not every person in the world is as flexible. So they're indicating that you are capable of being very flexible. But yeah, I do feel like this fight within you sometimes for independence, being an independent spirit and being like domestic. So I mean, that could be that you have long periods of feeling like you want to be within a sanctuary or in a home, and then you get this spurt of energy all of a sudden where you're like, I want to go on a road trip, or I want to take a vacation to across the world and experience what life has to offer. So I feel you get those boosts of energy, okay? Having the King of Cups again there, I mean, this is very high energy. This is indicating that you have the highest love of all to offer. You're very generous as well. You're very, you may do a lot of things for charity, or be called to, give your time, your energy to help out in situations. You're a very good listener. They just showed me an ear in the water. So they're showing me that you're a very good listener. Also, I mean, they're indicating here, look at that, shark-infested waters here. Now, basically, the shark-infested waters is over your gut instincts. Okay, so it's indicating your gut instinct. Sometimes when your gut instinct tells you that something is off, trust it. This King of Cups is actually holding the ship high, because it's like protecting the moment, waiting for the right moment, trusting that the intuition is bang on point and that it will never lead you astray. Because if something feels off, this particular King of Cups feels like it's not the right time to sail that ship, because the waters are infested with sharks. So it's probably not the right time. Hold off. So I feel your intuition is something that is actually key to you being very successful and getting into relationships and friendships and all of that. So just be mindful of that. The fact that you've got the 2, it's almost like you have moments of like going all on in. And it's always like go big or go home moments, and then the step back moments. So you do have that. I just keep getting this light and shade kind of energy for you. But they really like the fact that you think before you act. Okay, you weigh things up. You're not someone to just take a risk based on nothing. You've calculated the risk before you take it. That's what they're indicating here. Now, also Libra being a sign of, the Justice card, you may be someone who gravitates into fighting for social justice, and someone who maybe works within legal departments or within the law, or within something where you feel like, they just said human rights to me, human rights. So you may be someone who is called to campaign for human rights. Even if you're not in the front line, you always find yourself socially involved in some way to fight for what is right. And that's a really admirable trait to have, because a lot of people, they may see things going on and they may just sit back and say, well, it's not my life, so I'm just gonna just leave it over there. But I feel like you're always called to do something about things, whether it's sign a petition, whether the petitions work anymore or not, I'm not really sure, whether it is to go on a march, or whether it is to, I feel like you're someone who fights for what is right. Okay, now also we've got here the one who avenges, nemesis, revenge outcomes justice. So it's interesting, because I feel like you try and stay away, because it says the one who resists. You try and stay away from physical acts of revenge. You allow karma to take hold. And karma does come back around. It may not come back when people are expecting it, but that's sometimes the better way. But you know, it depends on what lesson a person needs to learn. It's got here fearless, justified, resistant. So they're just showing me how strong you are, because I feel like you've gone through a lifestyle, or you've gone through a lifetime of having to be strong and resilient. So you're the sort of person who is a warrior, someone who, you know, I would love to have by my side as a friend, because you know, I'm a Scorpio, and I, you know, fight for what is right also, and I hate anything that's to do with injustice. And Librans would be like, right, we'd be like brothers and sisters in arms kind of energy. And I just feel that, you know, there is this element of fearlessness about you, where you are a warrior or a warrioress kind of spirit. You're brave, okay? And I feel like even if you wanted to, you would resist stabbing someone in the back. You say, you know what, leave it up to karma. You know that karma will come back around. I mean, the Justice card and the scales represent karma, right? Also, I feel like it's really interesting. You always just know things. That's what they're indicating here. You just know. You sit back and you can see what is about to happen. You just know. So some of you may actually, as I said, have real psychic gifts. And if you have psychic flashes, you may not come to explore that gift until later in life. You may have passed it to the side, or may have just dismissed it as like a coincidence. But I feel you start to recognize your destiny as you get older, that you are someone who is very, very intuitive. You're someone who has a lot of empathy, someone who's very supportive, and someone who sees. You are a seer. You have real gifts that maybe you're not exploring, but you will explore them in later life, is what they're indicating. You're someone who may also burn the candle at both ends a little bit, is what they're indicating. You work really hard. They just want to make sure that you get some rest. Just that's coming out there as well. Now, we've also got the Hierophant here. So this is about your dedication to either your gift, your talent, your drive. This is about willpower, you know, to have faith in your progress and have faith in yourself. Also, with the Hierophant energy, this is about you having this inbuilt secret knowledge. You just know. You don't know why you know, you just know. And, you know, sometimes maybe people will say, wow, you know, have you ever thought that you're clairvoyant or clairaudient or something like that? And you're like, I don't know, I just know things. And you do. You've come here to this lifetime with secret wisdom. Now, also, if there's something you don't know, you're equally happy to go and research it. You're not someone who's ignorant, who would just like not want to know. You're not someone who is who would like, you know, put that false news kind of thing out there. You're the sort of person who would research in order to find what is right. Okay, but the Hierophant is all about your dedication to your goals and your dreams. And some of you also may be called to spiritual practices like meditation, yoga, Pilates, mindfulness, because you're very connected to source. Your faith is everything. Even if you don't have faith in a source, your faith in yourself or in what you're doing is important, okay? Now also, they just indicate that a lot of people, now you may not feel this way, but they're indicating there's a lot of people who are attracted to you who want to marry you, okay? I feel like you're capable of a great commitment in your lifetime in terms of love, but it needs to be you have so much love to give, is what they're indicating, that it has to be fulfilled on both sides, because it would be a real shame for you to meet somebody who does not invest in a relationship in the way that you do, because you give so much of yourself. I always say that every sign or every person is born in the sign where they're meant to learn, and yours is about balance. So finding that midway point, also creating harmony and meaningful purpose in your life is important as well. With that energy, like for example, I was born a Scorpio, so my thing that I have to learn in life is about trust, and you know, and about being open and honest rather than secretive. So you know, we all come here with something to learn about the sort of sign or astrological sign or placements that we were given at birth, okay, just so you're aware. Now we got the Fool card here. So this is a card of even as you age is what they're giving me, and they gave me this to Scorpio energy. It's so interesting that they're so very aligned together in their energies. I never really saw them exactly like that, but I'm seeing it in this reading, which is something I'm learning as well, which is wonderful. The Fool card indicates that you're a very youthful spirit deep down. Nurture your inner child and that playfulness, because you're someone who's so open-hearted, you know, sometimes you have that moment of like childlike wonder, and some people may see that some people may think that you're naive, and absolutely you are not. Okay, you are not. You're very old soul. You've got a lot of wisdom here. You're actually very mature in your emotions as well, is what they're indicating. You have a lot of wisdom. Now, yeah, they indicate here with like a calculated risk. You're someone who is, you know, you're willing to take risks in life, but as long as you've like weighed up your options before you do that. Also, they're indicating that you tend to be, you tend to look a lot younger than your age, is what they're showing me. And embrace it. You have a real lust for life, and so much potential is what they're giving me. Enjoy the journey. You're very original as well, and you love adventure. So, but I feel, as I said, that push and pull between settling down energy and wanting to be free and go on adventures. You can do both, absolutely. Yeah, you have a wonderful childlike spirit is what they're indicating. It's really fun to be around you. You're loyal and honest, and capable of much success. It's about your dedication to what you set out to do. So it's almost like you can see your future, you know what you want to do, but because sometimes it takes a long time, because we got that 3 of Wands there, sometimes it takes a long time to achieve whatever it is you set out to do, and it's a difficult journey, and you may question your journey or ask, am I on the right path? And sometimes you may doubt your wonderful self, and it may in some way block you for a while, where you're like, maybe I'm not meant to be doing this, or maybe I'm not going to be successful. They're indicating don't limit yourself with fear or analysis paralysis kind of energy. The Fool card, I do see, it's a bit like Sagittarius energy, you know, even though you're an air element and they're a fire element, I do see you making one great sort of change as you get older in your life. And I feel this is either you change your career path, or you it's one major change that you implement. It's not something that's happening to you, it's something that you do. You make this wonderful new change, which makes you feel like, you know, a child again, where you feel like, yeah, I'm really excited to do this. So I feel like you'll follow your heart to do that. So it could be that, for example, many years you spend working in finance, and you're like, yeah, it pays really good bills, you know, pays my way, I can buy a house, I can buy all of these things. And then later on in life, you all of a sudden go, I want to be an artist. I want to be a musician. I want to be this. So I feel like you'll make one really big change in your life. Now, I feel like you actually start off as the artist or the musician, and you're a very creative person. So, and you're very in touch with your emotions. So I feel like you're someone who, it's like that is your calling anyway, to express yourself in a really beautiful way. And I feel you will commit yourself to an establishment though at some point. I mean, some of you, maybe you're an entrepreneur and set up your own business because you're capable of being a leader, and you'll be a fair boss. I feel like you will elevate and be very successful. And when you make this one big change in your life, and it's going to be different for everyone. It could be literally that you want to relocate to another country, or it could be that you meet the person of your dreams, you get married, then all of a sudden you decide to change your career. So it'll be different for everyone, whatever it is. They're indicating there's much more opportunity after that as well. Things just become a lot easier, and you embrace creativity again, and there's so much achievement. They're indicating how successful you will be. The 3 of Wands is that card of expansion of opportunities. It is that fullness of creativity. It is you being on the right path towards success. So if you've been questioning the path and wondering whether, you know, because you may feel sometimes like, oh, maybe now's not the time, or you may feel stuck in some way in your life, and feel like the blessings are not flowing to you as easily as they should be, because you've been putting so much hard work in there, blood, sweat, and tears. They're indicating. They're showing me that you are on the right track. You are on the right path, and you're actually aligning yourself with your heart's desire. This card is about being in harmony with your heart, and you are making good choices. They're indicating you need to trust yourself more. That's the only thing. Just trust your intuition, trust yourself more, and everything else will flow from there. They're also indicating that you are a pillar of strength for people. You know, I mean, of all the cards that you got, I mean, you could have got any card there. Look at that. Any card. Any card. You got the ones with ships in them. Okay? There's not many of them with ships. And you've got 3 cards that have ships. So this is about that great journey of life. And I do feel like you may have a calling in your soul to be by water, or to perhaps even work within some sort of nautical field in some way. That's not going to be for everyone, but I feel like calling to water or calling to the sea. Now, normally, Cancerians get that calling to the water or to the sea, but I feel like this is something that is inbuilt in you as well. So you may feel like whenever you move or wherever you go, you want to walk by the river, or you want to have a pond, or you want to gravitate towards the sea and live by the sea. So I feel like, or a reservoir or something like that. It really soothes your soul. They're just giving me this energy of you rising up and being very powerful, very stoical, very successful, and very passionate. They show me how passionate, but you're passionate and loving, okay? But you don't let everybody in very easily. There's a little bit of a guardedness here, a little bit of hesitancy. And that could have come from a previous experience or a previous sorrow that you find it hard to open up. That will come easier with age, they're indicating, but you're doing the soul work, so they're really proud of you is what they're indicating, okay? So I'll leave that there. I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Ooh, that was quite precise. Okay, so the first card you got here is the Grizzly Bear, okay? And this one's clearly been in the water because it's picked up a fish there, and it says power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. And that's what your cards are, love and gentleness. That is your superpower. Don't ever let anyone tell you that love or gentleness is a weakness. It is absolutely not. It is your superpower, okay? So that is the thing that gives you that power. Bears are also very resilient. Bears tend to operate during difficult circumstances and always find a way to survive and thrive. And I feel like that is you as well. You're very protective as well, and very resourceful is what they're showing me. We've also got hummingbirds. That tells me that you work really hard. And hummingbirds, they're all about beauty. And it's almost like you make things look effortless, even though you work really hard for them. People look at you like, wow, I just feel like you're very unique as well. People see you as very different. And it says here, you are the joy bringer. Well, it says hummingbird miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle for happiness. And that's what you do. You radiate that energy. You make everybody feel really comfortable in their own skin. That is another superpower. So perhaps you're the sort of person who gravitates towards jobs as well that make others feel good in some way, because I feel like you just want to spread the joy, you want to spread the love, and that's what Libra is all about, okay? And finally we've got Loon, intuitive, and it says, listen to the song of your soul, trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing, emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude, recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. That's a very powerful message, okay? Remember that you are loved. You're too busy giving out all of that love to others. Sometimes you forget to realize that you are loved yourself as well, okay? Even if you're in a relationship or not, people love you. They may not say it to your face, but there is a lot of love that surrounds you. Also, most important, listen to the song of your soul. That's what this whole reading has been about for you. And remember that you are unique. You stand out from the crowd. You're very powerful, very resilient, and very loving. And people are lucky to have you in their life is what they're indicating. Oh, they just said you're a special one. Now, they have not said that for any other sign. I mean, everyone's special in their own right, but they're indicating you're a special one. I'm just going to try and pick this card up. I don't know why it's not coming up for me. Oh, they want me to keep that card for you as well. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle the cards and see if there's any other messages for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Any further messages for my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Oh my gosh, I'm loving the card that just came out for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What are they meant to see for their highest good? Oh, they want one more as well? Oh. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. What are they meant to see? Oh, wow. This is a lot of advice they're giving here. Okay. And I see why they gave you that card too. This one's interesting. Day and night cannot dwell together. So this is about the sun and the moon. Okay. That positivity and that negativity. So, or that insecurity. So it's almost like there's a swinging element here of you, you know, shifting between moments. So remember, they cannot dwell together. Try to find that. I feel like this is about you trying to find the positive and recognizing that whilst day and night cannot dwell together, things pass. So it's like this too shall pass. Let go of things that... Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They just said in the water, never go to bed on an argument. Sorry, I just got that wrong. They just corrected me. Never go to sleep on an argument. I guess it's the same thing, but they wanted me to be very precise. So that may be something that you always say. Never go. So I feel like you want to find a solution. You don't like to go to sleep on an argument. So I'm not really sure how that resonates with your reading, but it just came out of nowhere. So I'm just giving it to you like that. Maybe it's a sentence from one of your guides in spirit that they always used to say, just to let you know that they're communicating to you. So I'll leave it like that. We've also got, our first teacher is our own heart. So listen to it. It will never lead you astray. Okay. So very important. Heart just keeps coming up in your reading. The heart chakra, the heart, they're showing me your heart. Just beautiful energy. All that glitters. And it says, don't be fooled by appearances. What seems bad might turn out to be good. So don't catastrophize things. Look deeper, judging, more information needed. Okay. So yeah, don't, as I said, I feel like you're protective sometimes, that you always think of the worst case scenario just so that you're prepared. So just remember that sometimes, you know, what seems to be negative might actually be something that ends up being positive. I always say about the tower energy, people sort of, they reel back in horror when they see the tower in their reading, like, what's going to happen? It just means that something unexpected is going to show up, and it brings positive transformation, but it can feel uncomfortable in those moments. So it is not something that is necessarily bad. It can turn out to be really good. So it says, ask questions from your heart and you will be answered from the heart. I mean, wow, that's another one about the heart. So they're just showing me what a beautiful heart you have, to listen to it. It was given to you for a reason. You create that beauty, that harmony, that balance in the world. And whilst unfortunately some people do take advantage of that wonderful heart, because you have that moon card energy, that the energy vampires, okay? Just be mindful. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't fill your heart with joy, it's not meant for you, okay? So I'll leave it like that. I'm just going to get some final personal power oracle deck cards, just for you to be aware of any mantras. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. So we got 2 here. I am open to receive. Okay, and when you reduce it, 2 + 4 is 6, the number of the Lovers card. So that's about love and balance and harmony, of course, as well. So that's about being open to receive. And the next card is I am abundant. So financially very secure, a lot of money coming on in, and you will have cause for celebration in your life. I feel like you will create a wonderful, luxurious life that, I mean, look, gives you a lot of pleasure. We got this person here, she's drinking champagne, lots of cash in the background. So I feel like you're totally bossing up and going to be successful and have a lot of money as you move throughout. You will be very fortunate, is what they're indicating, okay? But it all starts with the heart first. Finally, I'm going to get you some runes. Just need to make sure, because I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, I want to make sure that I've got 3. I Okay, so let me just check the energy. Okay, so the first rune we have here is the elk. Okay, and that's about friendship. Okay, that's also about being optimistic. You're capable of great friendships. You always look of how you can help people. Okay, you always look for the best in people as well. They're indicating here with this rune that sometimes, well, you got it in the upright, so they're just indicating here that there will be a lot of fortunate times for you in the future. And to remain positive as much as you can throughout life, because more attitude of gratitude actually propels itself into a cycle. So you'll get more, the more positive you are, the better things become. Now, I know that's easier said than done, my beautiful Librans, because sometimes life is very, very testing for everybody. But they're indicating that you're going to have great wealth as well, especially with this particular, this is the hero rune, okay? So this is about your potential. This is also about freedom. So I feel like you will reach your full potential. You will exceed your expectations, and you will be very, very successful, especially since we've also got the wheel. So this wheel of, I mean, the wheel rune is basically all about, you know, wheel of fortune. It's about, you know, the journey of life, the cycle of life, you being in the right place at the right time, at the right moment, and, you know, fate intervening to bring you opportunity. So I do feel like you will have a meaningful journey in life, and I feel like you're going to receive some messages. Actually, this is not meant to be part of the reading, but they're indicating you're going to receive some message in the near future about a very successful venture. Something that you've been trying really hard to achieve actually shows up in your world. This could be career related is what they're indicating. If you're not working, for example, and you're looking for a job, it may be that. Or if you are retired, for example, it could be that you've been wanting to connect to the right band of people where you feel like you fit in and can creatively express yourself. You become the linchpin of this. They're indicating you become the center. So I will leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If you'd like to be in the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is take a moment when you first wake up and thank the universe for all that you have received and all you have yet to receive, okay? Because the more grateful you are, the more good things the universe sends you to be grateful for. So in the comments box below, just put this sentence: I have an attitude of gratitude, and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of April and then announce the winner in an upload video. Also, if something resonates in this reading for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.